Yo, what's going on? It's Keith from Black Quarterback Series. And before we get into it, I'm not talking about Tom Brady. He's back. Okay. Yay. Great for him. We're going to talk about Deshaun Watson and his return back to the NFL. So, yeah, let's get into it.
It's definitely a very emotional moment for me. I know we're far from being done of handling what we need to handle on the legal side, but today is definitely a big day, and I thank my Lord and Savior Jesus Christ for, letting the truth be heard. What I wanted to do is have a fair slate of us telling our side of the story, and letting the conclusion come down to what happened today, and that's what the grand jury decided on. So here, and just going to keep fighting to rebuild my name and rebuild my appearance in the community. And, we're going to continue to, on the legal side, off the field, handle what we need to handle, but also ready to get back on the field, been prepping for that and ready to go for that. So thank my family, all my close supporters that's been behind me, keep pushing forward and build my name back to where it was, if not better.
Yo, if you're new, my name is Keith, Black Quarterback Series. Just an aside, if you don't remember Deshaun, I'm going to give you a little highlight of one of the last plays, or, I'm going to give you a little taste of what Deshaun did last time he played. So sit back and enjoy these probably about 10, 30 seconds. I'm going to remind you what Deshaun can do. As you can see, Deshaun is a baller. Let's not forget that Deshaun Watson is a baller. So his last season he played well. I think his last season was the year that he lost to Kansas City in the playoffs and lost a 20-point lead. It's been a long time coming since he got back into the playoffs. So I think he's in the playoff. I think he's going to get back in the playoff this year as well, but it will be for a new team. So we're going to break down what possible trade packages could be for Deshaun. What do we think Deshaun is worth on the market? He has a no trade clause, so he can almost go where he wants to go. And so let's get into it. So before I get into that, I want to break down the two trades that are comparative to Deshaun's, the type of packages they got, the type of quarterbacks they are, and all those type of things into which Deshaun could possibly be traded for. So the first one that we know of is probably the newest one. Let me go backwards. The one that actually worked out for probably both parties a little bit is the Rams trade. So the Rams traded for Matt Stafford and they ended up winning the Super Bowl this year, blah, 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 right? So when they got Matt Stafford, they traded him for a third-round pick, which is a compensatory pick, first-round pick for 2022, a first-round pick for 2023, and Jared Goff. So hefty package, but in the grand scheme of things, them picks not really gonna matter because the Rams are gonna be really good, and most of those picks will be in the teens anyway. So I don't think those picks really matter per se. So I don't think in the grand scheme those picks will even matter. So you look at it, he ended up winning the Super Bowl. He's about to get paid again. So what they paid for was worth it. And they didn't really pay very much for him. So, and then you look at the trade that just happened with Russell Wilson. Denver had to trade 2 first-round picks, 2 second-round picks, Drew Lock, and 2 other players. Drew Lock is crazy to see what happens in Seattle this year going forward. Drew Lock is definitely going to be their starter there, unless something else happens to where they trade for Deshaun. But I doubt he's going to waive his trade clause to go play for Pete Carroll. So those are the packages that are comparable to Deshaun. So let's break down the quarterbacks. So Matt Stafford was the face of the Lions for a decade plus. Just won his first Super Bowl, and before he got to the Rams, he was 0-3 as a starter in the playoffs with Megatron, which he just went into the Hall of Fame a while ago. And then you have Russell Wilson, who is 104, 53, and 1 as a starter. I think this is his first losing season. Non-Pro Bowl, Super Bowl champion, and like I said, he's only had 1 losing season. Along with the Super Bowl championship, he has 2 Super Bowl appearances, and we all know what happened in that Super Bowl. He could possibly be 2-0 on Super Bowls, and if they 2-0 on Super Bowls, I think he's still in Seattle because that team doesn't, split like it did. So all of that to say, these are the packages that were traded for these guys, and those are the level of quarterback that we're talking about with these guys. But Deshaun is a different animal compared to both of these guys. And so we look at Deshaun, and he's a completely different animal. Like I said, he's a completely different animal than this. Deshaun is a 3-time Pro Bowler, 26 years old. He's had 2 major injuries, but he's been relatively healthy the last 2-3 years. I guess 2 years. He's on a 4-year, $175.5 million deal, with 111 of it guaranteed, which makes him the 4th highest paid quarterback in the league. So those are the differences between all these guys. Deshaun is obviously the youngest of the group. He's the youngest of the group. He has the most to prove in this group. Well, I wouldn't say he has the most to prove, but he's the youngest of the group, and he has the most time left. Deshaun he has another decade plus left in the league to play, and so. But he's the 4th highest paid quarterback. You can eat that. You can move the salaries around. I'm almost positive that Deshaun is willing to restructure if it means him getting to the team he wants to get to. So I'm not concerned about him restructuring, because I'm sure he will restructure if he needs to get where he needs to go, as long as he keeps his money. And they got to pay him that money anyway. The 111 guaranteed. So who knows? They might stretch it out. I'm not big on contracts like that, but the numbers have to match up because of salary cap. That I do know. So this is the deal I put together for Deshaun and what it will take to get Deshaun. I think it will take 2 first-round picks, 2 second-round picks, 1 or 2 late-round picks, 5th, 6th, 7th compensatories, a combination of 2 of those type of picks, 2 starters, 2 high-end to mid-tier starters. And I think that's what's gonna get it done. 2 first-round picks, 2 second-round picks, 1 or 2 5th or 6th round picks, 2 starters or mid-tier guys. So that's what I think is gonna get it done. It's gonna be a major haul for whoever. And Deshaun is gonna put their whole future is gonna go into Deshaun. Regardless of where he goes, the whole future is gonna go into Deshaun, and he's gonna be their quarterback for the future. And so these are the teams that I think Deshaun has potential to go to. It's been reported that he's going to talk to that he have a meeting with the Saints, and he's having a meeting with the Panthers. But other teams that I think should be on his radar is the Steelers. Obviously, Big Ben just retired. Our guy Mike Tomlin is there, and Mike Tomlin needs a baller at the quarterback position, so he doesn't really have to think about that position. He's a defensive guy. If he got Deshaun on his offense, it makes his job a lot easier. And then he can go hire a defensive coordinator offensive coordinator, is more apt to come there if he has a top tier guy at quarterback, because Deshaun healthy is a top 10 quarterback. And I think he'd be better off with the Steelers. But there are also other places that are much better. These are not being reported at all. Seattle has been reported a little bit, but I don't think he's going to go there, especially now. So I don't. Well, not especially now, but period. I don't think he was going to go there either way. But and 2 teams that I think should be in the sweepstakes is the Vikings and the Browns. You look at the Browns, and they just traded for Amari Cooper, which makes their team even more beefed up. And you could throw. I forgot the guy's name is escaping me right now. You could put the wide receiver that plays for them. His name would be up on the screen. You can throw him in the deal because he wants to be traded either way, because he knows he's not going to be the guy no more. So you could throw him in the trade. You don't need your first round picks because your team is built to win right now. You're kind of like in the Rams type of situation. You can throw Kareem Hunt in the deal because you're not going to pay him That's a starter to high to mid-tier superstar, or mid-tier guy. You got Kareem Hunt already. Not Kareem Hunt. Man, I'm just spacing out on guys' names today. The running back for Cleveland, you have him, so you don't need two starter running backs. So Cleveland might have the best package in order to give to, and obviously, you throw Baker Mayfield in the trade. Baker Mayfield goes to Houston, which Baker Mayfield is better than any other quarterback that you can get on the market here. So that's what I think. I think those are the teams that should be looking out for him. The Vikings, yes, but they just re-signed Kirk Cousins to a 1-year, $35 million deal. So they are sold on Kirk. They're going to keep Kirk, which I think is a big mistake, unless they're signing him to trade him. Other than that, I don't see why you pay $35 million just to trade a guy. So that remains to be seen. So 6 teams that I got: Panthers, Steelers, Vikings, maybe. I doubt it. Seattle, I strongly doubt it. Browns and Saints. But the thing is that Deshaun has a no trade clause in his contract. So he can literally almost go anywhere because he can just say, no, I don't want to be traded there. So there are other teams that he probably should go to that he's not thinking of. Tennessee. Tennessee is a quarterback away. He's just strongly considered going to Tennessee. Don't go to the Jets. It was reported he was going to go to the Jets last year. I don't know why he thought that was going to work. And I think that's just about any team I could think of at the moment. But it's going to be interesting to see what Deshaun does and what he wants to do. Because what he wants is different from what he actually does. So if I had to pick a team here, I would love for him to go to Cleveland or the Steelers. Those teams Steelers are not built to win as much as the Browns are, but the Steelers are in transition and they know how to take care of quarterbacks. So it's probably a better place. But the Browns would be an excellent place. I think the Browns have the pieces to make the deal work. You're talking about, I don't know what their picks look like, but I know they have 2 high-end starters that can be traded to Houston. So let me know what you guys think. It's great to be talking about Deshaun again. I'm glad that most of it is behind him. You still got to go. You know, I'm not a lawyer. I'm not going to get into the legal stuff. Let me know where you think Deshaun can go. What's your trade package for Deshaun? Where do you think Deshaun can go? Let me know in the comment section. Enjoy football. I'll talk to you guys later. Peace.